Hello everyone, it's Jayma here and I have one of my favorite videos to do for you, a layout share. So I've got 15 layouts here that we are going to revisit that I've created since joining Stampin' Up. So this is all Stampin' Up supplies. There are single page layouts, a lot of double page layouts, and there are some never before seen on this channel layouts. So let's dive in. This layout here is the first one I created when I joined, and so I thought what better way to kick everything off than to scrapbook when we went to the Stampin' Up office. So these are 24 photos I fit on here using flip flaps and a Pocket Plus using one of my favorite papers, the Unbounded Beauty collection. So we've got flip flaps here and I showed how to add those. We've got some that go up, some that go out to fit lots of photos. And then I even have this insert here. This is called a Pocket Plus. I'm not sure if Stampin' Up will be carrying these, but Stampin' Up now has the flip flaps that they are carrying from Close to My Heart. So they are while supplies last, so hopefully they'll stick around for a while, but there are multiple sizes of the flip flaps and you can go and watch the process video for this to see how to use those. But this is a great way to add more pages as well. It's just kind of like a half page insert. And then this page also has two flip flaps. I just took it out of the page protector so there wasn't quite as much glare on this layout, but I added even more flip flaps here. This is where I'll do my journaling. I like to do that off camera all at once when I put them in my albums, but there was more flip flops and I just put the flip flops, they're just adhered right on top of the page protector like that. I created my title on my Cricut and then I added some glimmer little sprigs and some stamped elements. This was a fun process video, so I will have a playlist linked down below with all of the process videos for the layouts I'm showing here today. So if you click on that playlist, you'll see all of these and you can go to the ones that you may have missed. This layout uses the Enjoy the Ride collection, which was part of the Close to My Heart release in May for Stampin' Up. So I believe there is still some of this left. I've got some gold shimmer brush splatters to add a little glam as well as some gold glitter accents. I love doing clusters with lots of little sprigs and things, so you're going to see a lot of that in my layouts. And then over on this side we have another flip flap. So this was a trip. This was the first layout that I documented for the creative design team's trip that we all took to Vancouver, Canada. So hopefully you're able to see some of that detail through the page protector. But this was a super fun one and there is a process video for this in that playlist. This layout here is one that I created for our creative design team membership. So if you are a member and missed this, then go and be sure to check that out. It was on masking techniques. And so this is the layout I did, and I did a few cards as well. I've got a lot of fun little glitter snowflake embellishments. These dies came from the Tim Holtz and Sizzix set, which is a great set if you do a lot of winter layouts like I do. Then this is a great set because there are tons of sizes and different snowflakes. So I'll link that down below just in case you're interested. And then this paper is that same Unbounded Beauty as that first layout I showed you. It's just a different one from the paper pack. And then I matched my Distress Oxide inks to match the paper. And this is the Alphabet a la Mode set, which was a fun alphabet die set from Stampin' Up. Here's another layout that I did with that same Unbounded Beauty paper. I actually used the last of the scraps I had of this paper right here. And I drew my inspiration for the colors from my friend Cindy's cover-up right here. So I used lots of cardstock and I stamped on this tone on tone, added some wood grain paper from the Country Woods collection, some fun little glitter sprigs as well, and I just wanted to pull those clusters up close so you could see them. These are my very favorite embellishments right now. They are the iridescent foil gems, and I don't know if the light's going to catch that. It's always hard with these really bright lights, but there's gold flecks and iridescent flecks in there, and they're just so pretty in person. And then over here I have another flip flap. I just didn't adhere it yet because I think on the back of this I'll probably have flip flaps also, and I wasn't sure exactly how that was going to play out, so I didn't want to adhere these yet. but the back side of it is a pocket card, and that is where I will do the journaling for this day. I created my title using my Cricut, and I have a tutorial on how to do that I will link down in the description below. This does have a process video, so it is in that playlist. This layout was so fun. I absolutely love this bright colored paper, and it's a 6 by 6 paper pack. So I wanted to come up with a way to use it. And again, I found a sketch from the Creative Design Team sketchbook. And this is from that same trip to the Riviera Maya that I took as that last layout. And I actually used the same font to create my title. This is a really great font because it doesn't have really skinny pieces. It's really nice to cut on the Cricut. It's not too delicate. I'll leave the name of that down below. I forget it right off the top of my head. And then this 4 by 6 photo, I actually did a collage of 2 by 2 photos so I could fit a lot more photos on this layout. But I did actually alter the original sketch just a bit, so you can check out the process video to see how I did that. Here's another layout where I used that same font. I want to say it was called Milkshake. Again, I will confirm that down below. I always put the font that I used if I used a Cricut title in the description of the process video for it, so it is there as well. So this was a really fun collection that I worked with. It has some patterned papers, and then it comes with the little die cuts too. So I didn't do any stamping on this. It's all just die cuts and paper. I cut out a couple tags to use, but other than that, it's just cutting down paper. I used another sketch from the Creative Design Team sketchbook, so it tells you how big to cut all of these little pieces back here. And it fits lots of photos. As you can see, we've got 2 large photos here and then a bunch of photos over here as well. So here is a closer look at all of that. I use those little iridescent foil gems in a few places again. And so there's that one, and there is a process video for this. Here is another layout documenting the Creative Design Team's trip, and this one was fun. It was part of a collaboration that we did where we all scrapbooked this photo right here, and then we added supporting photos that we all wanted to add. And I wanted to add little 2 by 2s across the bottom here of each of us because we did a little photo shoot on these railroad tracks. We absolutely fell in love with this photo here, which of course was the inspiration of this collaboration and the layout. But then we each took little individual photos. Here's a little behind the scenes, Julie fixing Chelsea's hair. It was so funny. There's a funny story to this photo that I told in the process video. And then here is a closer look at the other side. I love these little log pieces. I think it's from the textured timber set. And then there's another set with all of these pine trees. There's stamps and dies that go with that set. So this was a really, really fun one to put together. So that does have a process video that's linked below. Here's another exclusive layout that I created for the Creative Design Team membership. And this was a tip video where I showed how to do this zigzag, which is from the June Close to My Heart / Stampin' Up release within that digital catalog. So I gave the exact dimensions of the squares and triangles to cut and how to assemble that. It is not as hard as it looks. And then I used the zinnia paper and I cut out some of these flowers from one of the patterned papers to create my embellishments. And this came together quite easily because this zigzag is the focus of the layout, and I didn't need to add a whole lot more. I did want to point out these little glossy gems because these are easy to overlook online or in the catalog, but they are so fun in real life. I got them more for the colors, but when I got them, I was like, whoa, those are really cool. They've got like this kind of glossy, almost holographic look to them. And they don't add a lot of bulk. They're pretty thin. So just wanted to point those out and show you in person because they're really, really fun and, hard to appreciate online. This is the last layout I created here on my channel, and I just love how it turned out. At one point, I was not loving it. This brick was really heavy and a little more masculine feeling than I wanted. but I added a lot of sprigs and flowers and lace, and this paper has some lace on it, and then the little whimsical dragonflies and glitter gems, and really glammed it up. And I think that it turned out to be something that I'm really happy with. So this does have a video in that playlist, and right here on screen you'll see a link to that playlist if you want to go check out any of these videos you saw today. Thanks for watching and have a great day.